Hey everyone, Kit Sabrefang here, the pro wrestling VTuber dedicated to love and justice, and today I just like to sit down and have a chat with y'all and provide you some updates on what's been going on in my life, some content updates, wrestling, and whatever else comes to mind. I feel like we're long overdue for something like this because, as you've probably gleaned from following me on my socials, I'm not the greatest communicator. I tend to want to have my work and my videos speak for themselves, and so I'm just not actively posting as much as I'd like to, across the board, really. And I imagine it can be a bit difficult to get a read on me when all I'm talking about is wrestling. And so I'd like you all to get to know me a bit more and vice versa. And if there's anything else you'd really like to know, you're always free to leave a comment with your question below. I owe a huge debt of gratitude for everyone who's joined and participated in our Discord server these past few months, as it's been really helpful in helping me come out of my shell a bit more. If you want to join yourself, I'll have the QR code up on the screen here and in the description below. We've built a really chill space for ourselves to discuss wrestling, gaming, life events, all without having to deal with trolls or edgelords taking up space. It also introduced me to Relit, who you all met in our 2-hour TJPW tier list discussion video. This was my first collaboration video, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's something that I wouldn't have been able to do without the Discord group, and also the first video where I didn't feel like I was doing 100% of the work, which is something we'll get to. Well, it's something we'll definitely be getting into. So yeah, shout out to the Discord. Y'all are great, and there's always room for more, so please feel free to join. On the subject of socials, I recently decided to no longer be active on Twitter, and I'm working on just leaving the platform entirely. I don't have to get too deep into it because if you know, you know, but essentially Elon Musk is a bozo, and just being there kind of feels like feeding a beast that no longer deserves to be fed. And everyone knows that Twitter is a miserable hellscape. That's never changed, but it's gotten really bad these past few months, especially after all the blue checks realized how much money could be found in engagement farming and rage baiting for clicks. I don't know about you, but my For You section of the timeline was filled with some of the most absolute worst, most miserable wrestling takes imaginable, and it made an already toxic platform just kind of feels so much worse. It started feeling like there was really no point in engaging in the discourse, when so much of it was just driven by anger. And I'm not about those vibes. And so for now, I'm taking my daily musings over to Threads, where while it's, not as lively, it's actually been a lot of fun to post on there, as people seem to be really making a conscious effort to make sure that it's not like Twitter all over again. And you can find me over on Threads at Kit Sabrefang, of course, and let me know what you all think of Threads. Are you using it? Do you even want a Twitter replacement? I can understand just not wanting to be on that kind of platform ever again. And right now, the platforms that I'm focusing on and focusing my energy towards are Threads, TikTok, and YouTube. And since we're there right now, let's talk about that. I've got a few ideas I've been working on right now, and the videos that are most likely to be coming out next are the continuation of our Wrestling Empire LP. That's not going anywhere. I just have to find the time to sit down and actually play games. And after that, next, I want to start making more long-form videos, with one dedicated to the life and times of one of my absolute favorite wrestlers, Emi Sakura. I always have a lot of fun making the longer form stuff. If I had to say what my favorite video that I've made so far, it was definitely my year in pro wrestling travels. That was a lot of fun, not only to make, but just to share with y'all. And so I'm really trying to figure out what the right balance is for making more straightforward and quicker videos like Wrestling Empire, while also being able to put out more scripted and researched videos as well. I think what I'm wanting to make the most of are video essays on some of my favorite wrestling subjects. And I also really love video games. So finding a balance between the two is, I think, going to be key for me moving forward. You may have seen a recent post of mine on Twitter where I was kind of lamenting the idea that I should be bigger, but how I'm the thing that's holding me back. and that's not a gripe. That's just kind of the truth of it. My entire goal with creating videos and content is simply to create what I want to create, it's just kind of a passion project for me, and to do it without burning myself out and hoping that others, find joy in the same subjects that I do. If I wanted to be a bigger channel and chase numbers, I'd be cranking out videos anytime someone at WWE so much as sneezed, but I don't want to play that game. I got no interest in that game. All I can do really is focus on myself and making videos to the best of my abilities. I'm incredibly grateful for all of y'all who decide to watch and support my progress, and that's really the most I can ask for. So I'm sure my video on Emmy, it's not going to light YouTube on fire, but it's what I want to do. It's what I'm interested in, and all I can do is be me, And one thing I am trying to be better about is just how much time and energy I spend on editing these videos. I'm trying to be more mindful about not every video having to be some sort of editing masterwork, and trying to take to heart this idea that you've got to make a lot of bad videos before you can make some really, truly great ones. The TJPW tier list video with Relit felt like a good step in that direction, where at 2 hours long, I just had to kind of let some things be. Editing is where most of the time is eaten up, so the snappier I can get with that, the more I'll have to share with y'all. Okay, so wrestling. What have I been watching? What's on my mind? I gotta say, I think the cold period of AEW has really affected my output. I was initially expecting to be making a bunch of videos about AEW since it's my favorite TV promotion, but man, did it get real rough. It's still not back to great in my opinion, but Full Gear and the Continental Classic Tournament are kind of slowly bringing me back in. I feel like there's probably a video essay coming from me in the future about my thoughts on Western televised wrestling, as AEW's desire to be more and more like a, hate to say, diet WWE, as opposed to a true alternative, has been slowly driving me insane over the past 6 months or so. And it's not just the more sports entertainment focused storylines or segments, but just kind of the whole production quality as a whole. It's gotten real rough, y'all, and it breaks my heart in some ways. But, like I said, TK seems to be slowly turning the ship back around, I hope. But until that happens, Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling continues to be my favorite promotion out there, and it occupies most of my pro wrestling brain space. Deadlock Pro is also up there as well. I got tickets to their second anniversary show, which I'm really excited about. And not only because they've already announced Misaka versus Miyuki Takase, which if you haven't seen their banger of a first DPW match, you can find it in full on YouTube, and I'll have that link in the description below. But also because I didn't get to attend their first anniversary show. I had tickets, but I'm pretty sure that's during the period that I was really sick about a year ago, and I unfortunately just had to let those tickets vaporize. So either way, I'm going to be making up for it with a giant bag of streamers. I'm also really wanting to try my hand at producing a show vlog. I'm always bringing my camera and other vlogging equipment to shows, but I tend to get really shy about filming. You may have seen some of my match clips that I've posted to Twitter and TikTok, but there's a lot more that I could be doing. So let me know, our show and traveling vlogs, something you'd be into, so let me know in the comments. And, I think that just about covers it. There's always a lot of work going on behind the scenes, and I just wanted to take a moment to let y'all know where I'm at, what's on my mind, and where I could use some feedback. Maybe this becomes more of a regular thing, some chit-chat vlogs. I'd also like to start doing some more regular streams here on YouTube. Wrestling Empire and other Let's Plays kind of feel like the best use of streaming, so feel free to share your thoughts on that or pretty much anything else in this video. And if you haven't already, check out our Discord, and I will see you in the next one. Talk to you soon.